DJ Washington, well, you kind of looked at him and earmarked him as a guy that you wanted in your room. Why was that?
Well, he's big and strong and super athletic. I think he kind of jumped out in the spring, when we started looking at guys on both sides of the ball, and really light on his feet, and just a big body. Like I say, big body, had strength at the point of attack. Still very raw for us, but doing a good job. We're just trying to clean up his hand placement and kind of the finer points of playing D-line. But he's a physical presence in there for us and has done a good job so far.
So he's worked into the rotation pretty well.
He has.
Yeah.
I think he's averaged about 15 snaps these first couple of games, and we'll just kind of see how it keeps going. But he's practicing hard every week, and we've got some other guys in there. Certainly Lawrence Johnson is our starter and doing a good job. And Bryce Austin, I thought, came out last week and made a couple plays there against UConn. And then we've actually used Jeff Marks a little bit in some passing situations. He gives us a little bit more mobility there at the nose and some of those other guys. So we're kind of looking at all of them and kind of using just our numbers at that spot to get through a game right now. But certainly excited so far with DJ, and we'll just see how he keeps progressing.
And Lawrence, he's coming off that hip injury, and he said he really didn't start playing till camp. Were you worried how much you would have him?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We were worried, when he had the injury, and it was kind of touch and go there for a while, and everything kind of checked out. But they told us early on that it would probably be at the end of summer before he, was kind of cleared for full go. And then we lost Watts, which was a big blow, and so you're not sure how many snaps Lawrence is going to give you. So those other guys were certainly an important part to the whole formula, and I think they're all working. They all want to play, but it kind of just seems like we've got different combinations that we're trying to work in there and kind of see how it goes. I like the competition, that's a good thing, and so we'll just kind of keep rolling along and see how each guy keeps progressing.
Has DeMar-J Lewis been what you thought?
He is. He's big and strong. The broken hand has slowed him down in terms of using his hands. He's a big body in there. And, to be honest with you, this is his first time out there playing, right? Like, he redshirted last year. So, for a guy with size and athletic ability, now it's getting his hand feeling better. And I've been on him hard. You can't just throw your body in there. Now the competition level is going to start, getting better and better. And those linemen you don't want to body up with. That's the whole thing. O-line, D-line, it's a battle of who can get their hands inside and gain control. And so, he's gotten away with it these first couple weeks, but now that the hand's starting to heal up, I need to see him start, using his hands more and doing a better job with that. And like I say, he's young, and I think he's got a very, very bright future.
Has George been everything you thought he was going to be this year?
Oh, absolutely. What do you say about George, right? That hasn't already been said. He brings it every day. We talk about being a pro, right? Not being a pro football player, but just how you handle your business every day. And he's just a pro in every sense of the word. He wants to be a great player. He takes care of his academics. That's never an issue. And he lives and breathes football. And he's always watching film of himself, of his opponent. He's taking care of his body. He's in getting extra treatment even when his body feels good. He's getting extra workouts in. He just is the total package. And his leadership is really getting better. And I say that, he's always been a great leader by example, but he's starting to become more vocal. And that was a challenge that I laid out for him when I first got here. And because you always hear guys talk about, well, I'm a leader by example. That's great. But somebody's got to open their mouth, right? Because the coaches aren't going to always be out there. Somebody's got to open their mouth and bring people along, and that's easier said than done. It's uncomfortable for a lot of people, but I've forced him into situations where he's had to open his mouth, and so that's been awesome to see that progress. But no, he's the focus of every offensive coordinator's. He has every guy's attention, right? They're gonna put 2-3 guys on him. They're gonna change up their protection. He sees it every day in practice, so I don't think we're gonna see anything on any particular game day that we haven't already seen. But it'll be a challenge this weekend. We're going against a good team, And but that's the fun part about coaching, right? It's a chess match, and we're going to try to put him in some positions to to get him some one-on-ones, but it's going to be a team effort for sure.
You guys seem to be a half a step away from like maybe having 15 sacks this year. Seems like it. I mean, it's probably a little outrageous, but still, I mean, do you feel like you guys have been that close?
We've been close, but I think at the end of the day, I mean, we're affecting the quarterback, right? It's frustrating. I want guys to get home. I want guys to get their sacks, but we're affecting the quarterback. I guarantee you, these first two games, I mean, that clock, that mental clock is going off at times, and they're getting rid of the ball pretty quick at times, and there's been times where maybe we're a step late getting there, but we are affecting the quarterback. That's the biggest thing. We're getting him off the spot. We're knocking him down. We're stripping the ball. We're doing different things to get him out of rhythm and off his game, and we just got to keep it coming. Those sacks will come. The other thing we got to do is when George is getting two and sometimes three guys on him, we got to get some other guys stepping up and winning those one-on-ones, and that's imperative. And we've talked a lot about that, and I think that's a challenge to our other guys. We've seen some good things out of Branson. I thought Jack last week had some nice rushes and got to the quarterback, but we got to keep bringing other guys along, because if you're in a one-on-one situation, you got to win. That's why you play defense, right? But that's why you're a D lineman. You got to win those opportunities. You got to get on an edge and try to get to the quarterback. So we've got to see some other guys step up and do better.
Like a DeMarcus Mitchell?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think we need some pass rush from the Leo position. We haven't gotten a whole lot of it, and sometimes that looking forward, if we don't get it, then I maybe got to move some other guys around and do some different things. But certainly DeMarcus and Cadron are good enough guys to give us some pass rush there, at that Leo position.
You're not new to the Notre Dame-Purdue rivalry. I mean, your players are because they haven't participated
Sure.
in it. What do you tell them about this in-state rivalry and kind of what it means from the Purdue standpoint?
It's a great rivalry, right? It probably means more to us than it does for them, but I mean, there's no bigger game, right? It's a great atmosphere, and been up there a lot, been on the wrong end a lot, but certainly that 2004 game was a lot of fun, and we've had. It seems like every time we play them, it's a close game, right? And the ones that we've won here in Ross-Ade have been close ball games, and so it's a great atmosphere. It's a great opportunity to be on national TV against a historic program, and we'll go in there confident and go toe-to-toe with a great football team, and that's what we've talked about all week in terms of our preparation. We're off to a good start, but all that matters is this Saturday, right? And the opportunity that we have in South Bend. So I think our guys will enjoy it, and they'll lock arm in arm, and we'll go in there expecting to win.
You played there IU was up there in '91. You played in that game, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. It was my senior year, and it was a ball game at the half. Didn't play very well. We had a good football team, but we had changed that year. We'd gone to a 4-3 defense. That's back when the Miami Hurricanes were installing their 4-3, and we had gone to it, but we hadn't. It was our first time out. We didn't play very well, and they had a great offense. Rick Myers, a quarterback, and if you can believe it, Jerome Bettis was their number 3 tailback. So when they had pounded us through 3 quarters, they trot Jerome Bettis out in the 4th quarter. This guy's fresh, and we were all kind of dragging at the end. I think it was 49-28 or something. It was a couple score game. We had Vaughn Dunbar as a great player. Trent Green was our quarterback, and we got better as the season went on. But that wasn't a great day for our defense, but it was fun to go up there nonetheless and compete.
Just over the years, Notre Dame obviously kind of known for producing, NFL caliber offensive linemen. Just in what you've seen, what just makes that unit so strong for them and the challenges they kind of bring for you guys?
Well, again, I mean, they're going to recruit at the highest level, and they've got a bunch of 4- and 5-star guys at the O-line position, and our work will be cut out for us. I think they've had some struggles up front. They lost some good players from last year, and so anytime you've got new guys in there, it's just about getting all the kinks worked out. And I'm sure they don't feel like they've played their best football so far, and but I know they'll be ready for us. I know they're excited to be 2-0 and off to a good start, but they probably haven't played their best football, so we know we'll take a great shot from them on Saturday, and I'm sure their coaches are talking about our D-line, the success that we've had. So it'll be a challenge. You know, we're going up against probably one of the better O-lines we'll play, you know, this year, and but our guys will be ready on Saturday.